Hey man, shout out to the LDBC. Shout out to my brothers, man. Chicken and Mario, man. Those brothers grinding, giving it all 24/7. Man, if y'all not subscribed to NBA Latina, that's Mario's channel, man. Denver Nuggets fan. He got great knowledge of the game of basketball, period. But it's Nuggets, all the class in the NBA. If you a Nuggets fan, man, go over there and support Mario on NBA Latina. Subscribe to that. Man, shout out to all my other brothers, Showtime. Rated R Sports Debates, Kareem and Elder, Too Raw, LB, 78, Old Head Podcast, Greenleaf, Mr. Mars. Man, shout out to FIF Locker Room. Shout out to all my Big Tone, Unc Big Tone in the building, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Hey, we gotta get to it, man. This shit been avoided for a while. Let me start out saying this as well. Ticket when he was criticizing Kawhi Leonard and basically letting y'all know that the reason why he's playing as many games this year and all that was because of the money. Uh, it was things that was going on in that locker room that's been going on for years, not just this year, not just last year. It's been going on ever since Kawhi Leonard and Paul George arrived with the Clippers. A lot of people slept on this. When we met first, people was crucifying us. But it was articles that came out the end of last season, right, April the 27th. Yeah, the media that's covering the Clippers. It was anonymous media member drop how Kawhi Leonard and Paul George created a toxic environment in that locker room. Players felt the way because of the special treatment that Kawhi Leonard and Paul George received, and also with certain things that was reported that even Terrence Mann and Paul George alluded to where it was a tradition that they had when you airball, you always had to run laps. Brian Shaw holds everyone accountable. Kawhi Leonard airball, he basically didn't do it. He basically didn't go a line where everybody else have done. And Paul George and them alluded to that we all have ran it when we shot air balls, but Kawhi Leonard refused to. And it was certain moments during last year, the Memphis Grizzlies game. He refused to play the second half. He wasn't hurt. He wasn't injured. He just decided not to play the second half. And then against the New Orleans Pelicans last year, Kawhi Leonard sat out in that game as well. Didn't want to play. It wasn't no particular reason. He just decided that he didn't want to play. See, we get on LeBron James, we get on the Kevin Durant's, we get on all these other great players that play in this game when they do boneheaded shit, when they do selfish shit. But Kawhi Leonard has basically been swept under the rug and dodged all the bullets that we done gave to these other superstars. I think it's time to give them the bullets. I think it's time to hit them with these strays because end of the day, this was any other superstar, this shit would have been blown out of proportion. This shit would have been made bigger. This shit would have this shit would have went there. So end of the day, you guys, people just gotta be real. People just gotta sit up there and call it how it is. If you guys think I'm lying, if you guys think I'm capping, if I'm making this shit up, it's articles in the Athletic. It was articles in Fadeaway World. There's also interviews that you can look up yourself with Paul George, Kawhi, and Terrence Mann alluded to when it came on his podcast when it came to Kawhi Leonard. End of the day, people excluded Montrezl Harrell because he did snitch on certain things that happened in the locker room. Maybe it was because due to toxicity, due to the toxic environment that Kawhi Leonard and Paul George had created. Marcus Morris, another guy that Tyloo supported, didn't like a lot of things that was going on when it came to Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. But a lot of guys don't want to believe that a so-called quiet guy that, according to his teammates, really not a quiet guy. Is not capable of doing these type of things and being a prima donna, in which he have been a prima donna for the last few years. They even acknowledged it. Kawhi Leonard, before the season started, even acknowledged that they didn't take the regular season as serious. They wasn't really fully vested into the regular season. That's not a heart of a champion. They even say to the point where players said in that anonymous media member that covered the Clippers and players reported that Kawhi Leonard even called off practices. He's in control of the practice schedule. And when you look at what's going on right now with the Clippers, it explains why it's so called it's like miscommunication. Everybody confused. Because it's been Ty Lue has been disrespected for the last few years. Basically after that 2021 season, he hasn't been given any respect. The front office didn't show him any respect. It's been reported that anonymous reporter reported the same thing about how Ty Lue and the front office hate each other. Then they say Kawhi Leonard really don't respect Tyronn Lue either. The players don't either. And it's alarming because you can even go to the damn interviews. Ty Lue had on all the smoke. How he alluded that he tried to tell these guys to take it serious. And then look at the decision that he made this year. The team captain. He made Russell Westbrook the team captain. Russell Westbrook is the team captain, and honestly, when you evaluate it and look at it, he's the team captain for a reason. So, end of the day, guys could get mad. Guys, you could get in your feelings. You could defend a nigga that you haven't been in the locker room with. You could defend a nigga that you really don't know shit about, but you just like his game when he play. But I'm gonna go against what Paul George, the Terrence Mann said. Am I gonna go against what this media member that has covered the Clippers said as well? Or I don't believe you fanboys that just support this man and that are delusional of the fact that this man is capable of doing these things. And I'ma just roll with you guys say. End of the day, guys, it's a reason why you guys think Tyler was a bad coach. Here's your answer. Kawhi Leonard and Paul George don't respect the man. So when your two best players don't respect the man, how the coach's message gonna get put across? And the realest. Here's the crazy thing about it, the realest, with your capping ass, with your dick riding ass, cause I call you out how it is. I actually I'm actually cool with a motherfucker that was on those teams. You keep forgetting Lou Williams from Memphis, Tennessee. He spent half his life in Memphis before going to Atlanta like his last 2 years of high school. I know Lou Williams actually very well. I know Lou Williams very well, to be honest. So, end of the day, you guys want to be in denial about certain shit. That locker room is toxic. You guys, if this was LeBron James, if these articles would have came out on LeBron James, you guys would be all over it. Hell, I'll be all over it cooking LeBron right now. I've been cooking LeBron. Because I think he's on PEDs. But when you guys get something that go against you guys' feelings and your logic about your favorite player, oh, here goes the BS. Here goes y'all defending him. Y'all putting y'all life on the line for a nigga that don't give a fuck about the fan base. He don't give a fuck about the organization. All he cares about is money. And the realest, you want to know something? D Rose used to hang out with my boys. Tonio Burks and all them. See, I had niggas that play in the league. My nigga Thad in the league right now. I just don't brag about it. I don't talk about it. But end of the day, you guys got to stop being in denial. And when the Clippers lose, and they're damn sure going to lose and not win a title, all this shit I'm telling y'all about now is going to come out. Tyler was not going to get a contract extension. Paul George is not going to get a contract extension. And all the rumblings that have been going on with the front office of Ty Lue's going to get exposed. All the rumblings with the players not respecting Tyronn Lue is going to get exposed. Former players going to start coming out more often. And guess what? I'm going to do something due diligence. I'ma do some ignorant shit. A guy that I know you hate, a guy that I know y'all hate, Clipper Nation. I'm finna try to do my due diligence to get an interview with Montrezl Harrell. And we gonna get Montrezl Harrell to explain how he felt about the Clippers culture, how it felt to be in the locker room and deal with the surroundings of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. And this ain't a troll. This just you guys and your feelings. You guys are naive. You guys are delusional. And this no shot at nobody. This just the hidden truth. And if I'm capping Bruce, look it up. If I'm capping the realest, look it up. I want you guys to look it up and be like, damn, it is articles in the Athletic. It is articles in Fadeaway World. It was that Clipper member, a Clipper fan did post something on Twitter talking about how they tired of spending their hard-earned money on players that don't give a fuck about the team. And you guys want to ignore this. And this is not a narrative. These are full blown articles. This shit has been put out there since last year, to be honest. It's just that I was waiting. I was waiting till the Clippers lose, honestly, in the playoffs for me to put all this out there, because that was gonna be the nail in the coffin. When the Clippers get their ass kicked and not win a title, I was gonna put what I'm saying now out there. And Marvin, you could be in your feelings. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I dare any Clipper fan to get on the panel and try to dispute anything I say. I dare any Clipper Nation fan to come up and try to challenge me. Whether you want to brag about it, if you got faith in your team, you want to talk X's and O's, we could do that. If you want to do that, we could do that. And Andre, this is not a shot at them, because I really now this the real Herm right here. This the real Herm right here, Andre. This is real Herm. This ain't no trolling Herm. I don't give a fuck about no niggas I ain't never met. I'm not in my feelings about none of this shit. I just know the truth is the truth, and y'all don't want to realize it. You in your feelings because I'm talking about a nigga that you support. You in your feelings, the realest. You in your feelings, Bruce. But the link for to get dropped, man. Like I said, I could play audio right now. I just don't feel like doing no shit like that. You guys can look it up. And I'm gonna have a guy come up here that I know that normally he really doesn't like Cooker Kawhi Leonard. You got a guy in Young Africa that would actually give praise to Kawhi Leonard. A guy that I know that's down the middle. He's a Kobe Bryant fan. People would say that he's a LeBron James supporter. No, he's really a Kobe Bryant fan. I know the realist not gonna come up here and speak the real. I know the realest come up here, he know he gonna have to face the music if you come up here and kick it with Herm for a second. Andre, same way, y'all kick it with Herm, it's gonna be a problem, y'all kick it with Herm. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want y'all to get in no trouble. I don't want y'all to be in no beef situation, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't have to come up here, man. You know, I don't want y'all to have no problems. But honestly, hey Mario, that's a fact. Big Nose Ant, he may come out of nowhere though. And Andre, you won't cook me on my Memphis Grizzlies. I broke down the Grizzlies adequately. I broke them down to the T. And you can't tell me shit that I don't know about my team. At end of the day, Andre 76, the Clippers gonna do the same thing my Grizzlies do. Not win a damn thing. So shit, we gonna be in the same boat. And the
What
realest.
up, Herm?
What's happening, man? Young Africa, man. Why these Clipper fans getting their feelings when I'm speaking on something that is published? I'm speaking on
Mm-hmm,
something that's in interviews. I'm speaking on something that Clipper media. media members that cover the Clippers are reporting. And this stuff been circling around for a while. And you see the dysfunction with the team right now and how they treat their coach. So why they want to be in denial and be in their feelings when we bring this stuff to the light, Africa?
Hmm, that's a good question, Herm. That's why I like you, Herm, because you keep it 100, keep the same energy for all players in the league, man. Because you hold LeBron to a high standard, and now you're holding Kawhi to that high standard. And I looked it up right as you were talking right about this. And March 19, 2024, Bleacher Report, right? There's a title about the Clippers, and it says Paul George says Clippers don't have an identity, right? After they lose to the Hawks, right? This is what Paul George said. And this is in quotes, man. This is what we're appearing to look like. We want to be a team that's consistent. We want to establish an identity. And I've spoken about having an identity. I think it's extremely important right now. I don't think we have an identity, right? And then it goes on to say star forward Kawhi Leonard also was unhappy after losing to the Hawks, telling reporters he feels the team is stuck in the mud and the players have to at least play hard. Hey, man, look. What that sound like to you, huh? That sound like a player and a leader telling his team that they ain't playing hard. This is a secondary star in Paul George, meant to be the second best player on the team, talking about we don't have an identity 60 something games into the season. We're talking about a team with championship expectations that don't know who they truly are, man. This is the definition of the Clippers organization. This is a definition of the franchise code, the LA Clippers. No identity, no leadership. Kawhi saying they stuck in the mud and that they need to play hard. Paul George saying that they don't have an identity and we need to figure some things out, right? And this is a team that's still like 40 something wins in the season, but still know that they are not championship ready, man. So when are we gonna hold Kawhi to the same standard that we hold these stars to? When are we gonna? Because you can't have it both ways. You can't say Kawhi is one of the all-time greats, but don't hold him to all-time great standards, right? I've been saying that Paul George is no number two on a championship team, and this team ain't really gonna be taken far if Paul George has to be relied upon in the playoffs. Then you have the generational choker in James Harden, who is a great regular season player, still yet to show promise when it comes to fulfilling championship expectations in his career. So this team don't have an identity, stacked with Hall of Famers and All Stars and All NBA players, and yet so far away from being a championship team. Man, welcome to your LA Clippers, man.
Hey, Africa, it
What's up, man?
just it just crazy though. Like it just sounds like we got you saying that said dysfunction in the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only so much a coach could do when the two best players, basically, your two best players, basically, going against everything you put out there. So how can I coach and how can I hold my players reliable when I got a guy, Kawhi Leonard, we at practice? Everybody knows the rule when you airball, you run. But Kawhi Leonard would be a typical asshole and say, well, I'm going to end up airballing again. Why I'm going to run for? Why I'm going to run? Knowing that air balls are a part of basketball.
Mm.
But when all your other teammates are running, why you can't run when you air ball? That is a common thing that goes on in basketball. My coach, when I played, my coach made us do it. We air ball, we running. That's a common thing. But you trying to be an asshole, say, well, I'm gonna end up airballing again. So why I'm gonna run? And no, I'm not running. So he refused. This is what Paul George and Terrence Mann said. And once he refused, one of his teammates airballed again. And this nigga go say, see, I told you that airball is part of the game. But the whole point is, Kawhi, that's bad leadership. Why you think Tyronn Lue said Russell Westbrook the leader of the team? Because Russ actually respects the game. Russ actually loves the game itself. Russ always built a rapport with his teammates. You can't say that. You can't say that about Kawhi Leonard.
Mm-hmm.
Can't say that about him, man. Toronto, all he had to do was just score and fill in the piece of scoring wise. Toronto They already had established leadership, and you had established veterans like a Marcus Saul, Serge Ibaka, Danny Green, Kyle Lowry. So you really did have the pressure to be a leader. You just had to fill in to do your thing.
I agree, and you know it's interesting, right? Because when the best player in Kawhi says that after they lose to the Hawks, he says we're stuck in the mud, right? And that we at the very least need to play hard. What that means when you say that, as a star, as the best player on the team, right, is that you're saying that I'm playing hard, I'm doing my part, and these other brothers ain't doing what they need to do. They, at the very least, need to play hard. If you ain't going to hit your shots, if you ain't going to play at a high level, at least have effort. At least. You bum ass, trash ass players. That's what it says, man. And so when what that means is personally, Kawhi, he kind of plays like this too, is that he's trying to say, man, just get me to the playoffs and let me do the rest. And see, because Kawhi elevates and he elevates to historical levels, right? And so let's say he does that. You know what happens when you elevate to historic levels? You can take your team further than expected in the first round, maybe. But when you meet a better team, a greater team in the second round, when you meet adversity, that's when the unity of the team is tested. That's when the chemistry is tested. That's when the continuity and the IQ of everybody being on the same page on offense and defense is tested. And that's when historically the Clippers have fallen, bro. Is when they meet that adversity. And there's only so far a star like Kawhi can take you. He can't beat these great teams in the West by himself without the help of his teammates and without them playing at a high level. So where are the Clipper fans at? Where are the people that hold LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant to high standards? Where are they at? And are they going to hold Kawhi to the same standard?
Hey,
Because
Herm, what's
when
good?
he says we're stuck in the mud as a
What's
franchise,
good, my brother? What's good,
Salute,
y'all?
Electric boy.
Yeah, keep
Africa,
cooking,
um,
Africa.
Africa, because you
Yeah,
cooking,
what's good?
Africa.
What's good,
Yeah,
yeah,
Herm?
he
so
is
when he
cooking. I ain't
says
gonna
we
cap on
stuck
that.
in the mud, right? Stuck in the mud. A lot of people say, hey man, Kawhi, you running like you're stuck in the mud. You look like you're in your leadership, you're stuck in the mud. You're not leading this team in the correct way. And so it's only so far he can raise the ceiling. And I continually ask the question of, do you have enough of a supporting cast next to Kawhi? I believe Kawhi can elevate if he's healthy, like he showed even last year for the couple games against the Phoenix Suns. But can Paul George be that guy? And where's Paul George's mind state, right? So Kawhi as a leader saying, hey, level up your play. Hey, I'm not even mad at Kawhi saying they need to play hard. They, meaning I'm doing my shit, but they need to play hard, right? But then Paul George comes through and says, hey, man, we don't have an identity. We need to figure this stuff out, man. We don't even know who we are. Really, what Paul George to me is saying is, I don't know where my place is. What is the hierarchy? Am I the third guy? Am I the second guy? Are you gonna come to me in the clutch, or am I just gonna be a guy that stands in the corner? What we trying to do out here on defense? He don't even know the identity. And to say that out loud, you go into the playoffs, bro. To say that out loud after losing to the Hawks, that is low confidence, man. Immaturity. You've been in the league for so long. You know what that shows, Herm? Weakness when it comes to competition. We're heading into the finals, and you 42 and 20 or whatever it is, and you out here saying we don't have an identity. Keep that shit in the house, PG, and shut your ass and do your job, man. That's crazy talk. And so you can't believe in a team like that. That's embarrassing. And so what do people got to say, man? Because this look like a team
You
that's
kind
going
of
to do the
one
same
line.
thing again. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. What's up?
No, you kind of one line though. I mean, we can't not discredit everybody. Everybody gotta get the same management.
Mm.
If one superstar don't show up and the other one do, then you gotta cook that. We gotta cook that. Whoever ain't showing up, I don't care if it's PG, Kawhi. Now I trust and believe Kawhi gonna show up. But if he don't, bro, we got no other choice but we gotta flame him because it's been 4 or 5 years now.
This the point. We know for us on the court what Kawhi Leonard is going to
Mm-hmm.
do, but his leadership is the issue with the stuff that I spoke upon. And like I said, you guys can look these articles up. They did an article in Athletic. They did one for Fadeaway World. It was some shit posted on Twitter. And you got anonymous Clipper media member spoke on it. Then you got the PG podcast when this dumbass ended up talking
Hey,
about how
Herm.
Kawhi Leonard refused Byron Shaw. But yeah, you can keep. Yeah, go ahead, rebrand. What's your
No,
thought?
hold on, because he ain't finished. After he finished, I want to ask y'all a question.
I bet Freddie G. Yeah, but
But
that's what
salute
it's
to you,
really
Salute,
Herm, for
about, the
doing your homework,
leadership.
bro. We appreciate you
I,
doing your
But
homework
salute
for
to
salute,
the
the
gang.
panel though.
man,
analysis.
appreciate it, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime. We just gotta
Nature's
hold them
going.
to the fire. Cause look, I honestly was gonna hold all this shit that I been knew until the Clippers lost. That's why I really wanted to put all this shit out there so I could really talk my shit and really piss off the Clipper Nation. But unfortunately, another motherfucker leaked what I was gonna put out there. So end of the day, I said
Everybody
fuck
want to
it.
be the nature boy.
Yeah, so I said fuck it. I might as well speak up on it today. So, but end of the day, man, we just got called a spade a spade. Kawhi Leonard created a toxic environment with the Clippers, man, and niggas can't deny it. The proof is in the pudding. When you don't have it, when players say they don't have identity, when you got when you got the coach calling them out and saying different shit, you got the players basically throwing Ty Lue under the bus while Ty Lue was throwing shots back at the ass. Man, that's dysfunction in the locker room. And guys want to sit up there and deny it. If guys want to sit up there and act like that's not capable of happening, you guys are also delusional motherfuckers. And you guys are fanboys. And that's why I say I don't like fanboys. But I want other guys to go. We got the hitters on here, Gad and them on here. So rebranding, man, what's your thoughts on this shit, man?
So I actually just wanted to ask y'all a question. Because I'm hearing like leadership, and I always when we in these conversations, we always just assume that the best player is supposed to be the leader of these teams. So I want to ask y'all, are we all setting ourselves up expecting the best player to be the leader? Because there have been situations or teams, winning teams actually, where the best player was not the leader of those teams.
That's actually a great point, man. G Money.
What's good with y'all?
Salute,
Should
E.
I answer that? Because for
Salute,
me,
E.
shit, we
Yeah,
know our
whoever want to
leaders.
answer that, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll make this point. You absolutely have a point. In most cases, your best two players are your leaders. But we've seen on certain teams that was championship level teams that maybe the guy who is not real vocal is not the leader, but the guy is vocal who is the leader. So Draymond Green is not the best player in the Warriors, but is he our emotional leader? Yes. Is he going to hold players accountable? Yes. Did that result in them winning championships?
Yes.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? So to like
Like, who was the leader of that big three Heat team?
the big three Heat team, in my opinion, I thought it was Dwayne Wade because he
Well,
was already comfortable in that role. It
UD
was
said it was
his
Chris
team.
Bosh.
it was Haslam. I
UD
thought it
said
was
it was Chris
Haslam.
Bosh.
Okay, well there we go.
Well, yeah, Haslam was an emotional leader too, but Haslam really couldn't speak to guys because his bandwidth. It's easy to talk. See, Haslam, like the last 3 or 4 years on that Miami Heat team, he's been the leader because he's been the most tenured player, and they respect that, and he won championships. But Haslam can't tell a Dwayne Wade or Chris Bosh, nigga, they're way better than you, and they've led teams to winning seasons and playoff runs. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah, but
understand
I'm
that
saying
though. But Draymond Green is an integral part of the Warriors' success. So he can say whatever he wants. You know what I'm saying?
but
Like it's different than a
that's what I'm trying to add.
Udonis Haslam's leadership and Draymond leadership is completely different because their roles and input on that team. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, but that's why I'm asking that, because like I said, we've seen teams where it was like, okay, this is probably the leader, right? Like I know a lot of people want to say that Kawhi was the leader in Toronto, and it's like, no,
But
he
he
wasn't the leader.
wasn't.
He was
He
he was the
wasn't the
best
leader in
player.
Toronto.
He was the best player, but first off they had a solid team in Toronto.
Yeah,
And I thought the leader of that team was what's the other
Kyle
boy?
Lowry.
Yeah,
Easy.
Kyle Lowry, and yeah, right. So Kyle Lowry, right?
Yeah.
And even now we look at the Sacramento Kings. Who do y'all think is the leader of that team? So it's not always going to be the best player. So I think we all actually set ourselves up expecting these people to lead. We can't keep going into these situations thinking that Kawhi Leonard is supposed to be this leader when we've never seen Kawhi Leonard in a position
Right.
to be the leader. Like
I
even in
agree with that.
San
I
Antonio,
agree
he
with
was
that.
not the leader of that team.
I
So
agree with that.
why are we putting this on him? So because it almost, and I'm gonna land it here, it's almost kind of fucked up because now he's being indicted for not being a good leader when he
Mhm.
never came out and said he was a leader. We put
Nah,
that on him.
Right. That's true. That's true too.
No, but there's a certain thing, right? That's fair enough when you talk about the history of the NBA and
Yeah,
players, best players not being leaders, right? But at the end of the day, if you talk about a guy like a Steph Curry, right? He still leads with the example on his play. He still leads
Yes,
off
that's
the
true.
court with his professionalism. He's never
Yeah.
the issue when it comes to the locker room, right? So
Right.
no
now,
facts,
what Herm
facts.
talking about is you are one of the reasons why it's dysfunctional. You one of the reasons why when you come out and say, hey man, we're stuck in the mud and these dudes need to play hard. You're one of the reasons why. Why can't you go to your guys and let them know that behind closed doors? Why can't you sit them down and command that respect? Why can't
Right.
you, if you feel like that, actually command the respect of the locker room and sit down and say, hey, PG, our identity has been this, man. We hang our hat on defense. We a defensive squad and we got great offensive players, man. We get out on the break, we whatever it may be, right? But you command that respect as the best player.
But
And this is what I
Africa,
think, right? When you're
Africa,
the best
hold on.
player, and let me
Go
just say this and finish it like this. When you're the best player, you might not be the emotional leader, right? I call Draymond the emotional leader, but when it comes to the ball and the impact on the court, that is Steph Curry, right? And so
Yeah.
there's different types of leaders. I think
Yeah.
the best player always has a certain type of leadership because they follow you. When you're on the court and we go on a run and whoever the best player is and they cooking, the other players follow. When he locks down and clamps down on defense and checks the other best player on the other team, everybody steps their level up. That's leadership as well. And so you got to command that respect in the locker room too. And if you don't, well then that's an element of weakness where somebody else got to step up. Now there's questions as to
So Africa, what are
what
we
it is.
paying head coaches for then? Well, what are they paying head coaches for? Like if,
Strategy. I say strategy, tactics, but there are different types of coaches too.
Somebody
There are
got to be the
leadership type
face.
coaches. There are leadership type coaches. There are
uh-huh,
tacticians and strategists. There are guys that are player managers and
like
more
so who
player
sets the culture?
motivation.
Motivators.
Who
They're
sets the culture
motivators, all
though?
types of
Yeah,
stuff.
motivators like Doc Rivers, they say. So there's different types of coaches. Ty Lue, I think, I would call him a tactician type coach. He's a
Okay.
strategist. He ain't really a
So
locker
you
room
wouldn't say that
rah
every
rah rah
coach.
type of guy.
So you wouldn't say that every coach is going
What was that?
to call. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
You
go
just
ahead.
go
All right.
ahead.
So you wouldn't say that that every coach has the power and the ability to reset the culture of a team like a
I think a
Greg
lot of
Popovich.
people.
No,
I
I don't
think a
think
lot
every
of people
coach has
sleep
that
on
ability.
it. But
I don't think so.
but to counter your point, Kawhi Leonard, end of the day, in practice, which they typically run after they air ball, stopped the whole practice and basically told his coaching staff and basically was set the example for the team that we now running because of air ball. Yeah, that'll be it for the meets.
Yeah, you can't do shit like that. Like you can't undermine
That's
your
bad
coaches and shit like
leadership.
that. That's
And
bad. That is
God,
bad leadership. Like you know what I'm saying. Period. However you want to look at it, it's bad leadership. But I just don't think Kawhi understands on how to flourish and to flourish in a leadership role. That's he's never had to do that. He's comfortable with just being who he is, letting his play speak for itself, and then the veteran guys or that other guy who's supposed to be Paul George in this situation, who he handpicked, by the way, when he first came to the Clippers,
Oh, that's a
he said, I
fact.
need Paul George. If I'm gonna sign with y'all, I need Paul George. And they made that trade. They traded Shea. And now the Clippers are behind Shea, and Shea playing with a rookie and a young team, two rookies and a young team, and in first place. So that was a bad mistake right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
it's his fault because he chose a guy, and now Paul George, he goes on a podcast after every game and exposes something different about, you know what I'm saying, his team and shit that should stay in the locker room. That's terrible leadership by your second best player and a veteran who's been in this league for over 10 plus years. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
So
podcast P,
it's
man.
all
What I'm
fucked up
saying.
right now. Like, and then you added James Harden, who was disgruntled in Brooklyn, and then Philly wasn't happy with his role. Now he come to his hometown where he got the ball in his hand. He get to dictate shit. You know what I'm saying? And then they start losing. So if you're gonna handpick these players, bro, you gotta check egos. You gotta check their egos. You gotta check their character and say, you know what? I don't know if I'll be able to win with this guy, but let me get this guy over here. You know what I'm saying? So that's also leadership. You can't just handpick talent and think you're gonna win based off of talent. It don't work like that, bro. You need high character, high IQ guys who's gonna be willing to compromise and sacrifice a part of their game for the success of the team. Like, you know what I mean? And they haven't done that. Like, you're just putting all these players on one team. You know what I'm saying? But they're not. You're not getting. You know, you're not maximizing like the greatness
That's
in
what
them
made that
because
Spurs
it's
team
all
so good.
individuality. Everything is individuality. I'll score, you score. I go 1-on-1, you go 1-on-1. That's not going to win you a championship, bro. And for to say you don't have no system and all that shit in place, and the NBA and all the analysts are saying, oh, this is the number one team. This is a potential NBA champion. You're not going to win a championship, bro, if you don't even know how to go about, you know what I'm saying,
Wait, he
structuring
said
your
they said they
offense.
have
You
no
know what I mean?
system? They said that.
You said a system, or you said no identity?
Paul
Identity,
George said
same
that
shit.
the team
That's
Identity,
not the same shit.
system. What is it? One on one.
after the
One on one.
Hawks lost, when they lost to the Hawks, Paul George
Uh-huh.
came out and said that we as a team don't have an identity, and we're still trying to find our identity.
Well, you're not winning a championship this year. You don't just figure out an identity in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's like 15
It don't
games
work
left.
like that, bro. Your identity is established in training camp. This is who we're going to be, win, lose, or draw for the whole season. We're going to be hard-nosed defense in your face, play hard every day. These are the two main options on scoring. Everybody's going to play off of these two guys if that's what you're trying to do. But the one-on-one, my turn, your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn. Hey, somebody better be ready to shoot when the shot clock going down. I'm going to pass it to you. That's the LeBron James mentality. That's not winning culture, bro. It's just not.
Wait, hold on. But his mentality won though.
No, come on, man.
It
Stop.
did. It won.
That shit did. Come on, man. That's scripted ass career, bro. Stop.
Don't throw LeBron into that.
But why we acting like this is the first time Kawhi Leonard did some shit like this? Like I seen Kawhi Leonard in the skybox while his whole team was playing in the playoffs. So I mean, what lady should you ever do that? Like he's been doing shit like this. So I mean, if y'all looking for Kawhi Leonard to save the day now that there's even more superstars and different egos, that shit ain't gonna happen, bro.
Kawhi Leonard gonna be. We just have to come to a realization that certain players just gonna be who they are. It ain't no changing them into somebody else, bro. Like you know what I mean? Period, point blank. So whatever pieces they can put around him to help them succeed and win a championship, the organization is going to have to figure that out, bro. And if it's not Kawhi, bro, then you might want to look at trading, right? Or if it's not Paul George and all these other players, look at moving people, bro, to get the high character IQ guys that you need that's going to work hard, bro, and compliment Kawhi.
I said from the jump, they need a guy like Jimmy Butler in their locker room. He'll hold everybody accountable. He'll bring a focus to the team that you don't see right now. And guys, I mean, I can't blame guys like the realest and Bruce in the chat feeling like, man, they gonna have the last laugh or feeling like they could turn it around. But bro, y'all can't be that delusional to ignore the fact that one of your star players saying there's no identity. Then you got your coach calling out the players. Then you got the players basically throwing the coach under the bus with subliminals. So you guys got all that going on, and you act like it just could be a quick turnaround. And the realest, you talk about a winning streak, what, 3 games to end the season? Because anybody, you win 2 games, that's 2 games in a row, that's a winning streak. So what's your definition by a winning streak, the realest? In the end of the day, man, the Clippers are in trouble. Kawhi Leonard is toxic in that locker room. They've been reporting this stuff for the last few years. And guys been sweeping it under the rug because he is so quiet. And the reporter actually reported in his article that hell they play the quiet role on purpose. They play not talking to the media role on purpose and leave their teammates to have to deal with the media. So this guy that's covered the Clippers, that's part of that Clippers media, exposes all that. So like end of the day, guys can ignore things. We could like a player, but when some shit come out about a player or this player showing particular signs, why in the hell we want to be delusional? Why in the hell we just can't see it being possible? We just act as if people are hating. We act as if people are just want to see the Clippers down bad. Bro, I actually want to see a team that ain't never won shit win. I think that type of shit good for the league. But end of the day, when you see the signs, you can't ignore them motherfuckers.
But Herm, is it too late for them to get out of it though? Because somebody just asked that in the chat. They just said.
Oh, facts. After 60 games of the season, Paul George coming out and saying we don't have an identity. Like, what is there left, man?
No, I'm saying what I'm asking is it too late for them to let's say, okay, you know what, Kawhi, you know what, Paul George, this ain't gonna work. We done tried this since 2019. We're gonna blow it up because one, they've given up too many picks now. And I mean, who is there anybody out there willing to take on Kawhi at this point? Kawhi Leonard.
They just gave him an extension, bro.
Nowhere. They solidified him. You know what I'm saying? It's everybody all the players around him. Paul George, all them other players, they're expendable, bro. Like so, and Paul George haven't signed yet. Like they offered him a contract and he ain't even signed. So you feel what I'm saying? So we gotta wait until the offseason and to make that type of determination and decisions. But right now they need to focus on playing championship winning basketball going into next year when they get their new stadium. I believe next year they win. That's what I said that 3 years ago. When they get a
Nah,
new stadium, they're going to win a championship, and
nah,
Ty
this should be
Lue
the
is
final
not
year.
going to be the head coach.
This
But
should be the
that's just
final year.
me. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, okay. Nah, but I think this should be the final hoorah. If they don't get it this year, blow the whole damn team up.
I just don't see where they do that, especially you going into a new arena, right? Just from
Mhm.
a business aspect of it, right? You need to sell tickets. So who are they going to fill those seats if they just like go, all right, yeah, we get a new arena, y'all, but we also enter in a rebuild after our new build.
Yeah,
Like
it's so
I, I
much a
just don't see
rebuild. It's a
how that makes
retool.
sense from a business aspect if I'm Steve Ballmer. I don't know, but I
I mean,
I just think they're gonna have to lay with this one. The same way the Lakers got to lay with what they got. I think the Clippers gonna have to lay with what they got.
nah. I think they could
Well,
just
shit,
try to
yeah.
build around Paul. I mean, Kawhi Leonard because they got the extension, and you try to just throw the narrative in the air with the new stadium, new identity with Kawhi Leonard, and we're gonna do it right this time.
They just need defenders, bro. They need to build that team kind of like how he had in Toronto. Size,
Yeah,
defenders,
something like
knockdown
that.
shooters, players
Yeah,
who really don't care about their offense. They willing to do whatever it takes to help the team win. Like
bro.
that's all they need is high character and high IQ players, bro.
Bro,
That's it.
don't tell me you
defense was
think that
championship.
there's still a potential chance you can build around Kawhi, bro. This was the season if there was ever one for the Clippers,
No, no,
bro,
no. They
right?
Yeah, but
still got
Africa, what
Exum.
decision they got? They
They
just
got
gave him an
Exum,
extension.
bro. They got Exum.
Oh, they might have to
Man,
ride it out, but it's
they
gonna be
got
downhill
Exum.
from here, bro. If they don't win it this year or go deep, they're not gonna do nothing else, man. They
Hey,
doing
hold on,
nothing else.
Africa. Let me ask you a question, yo.
They
So
doing
is the
nothing else,
question
bro.
is a question in the chat. They said, question: do you see anyone picking up Kawhi Leonard for the money he wants next year?
No, man. You're not getting
No,
no super
Kawhi
max.
is already
Kawhi
signed,
already
bro.
is
What are we
signed,
talking
bro.
about?
He
Yeah,
already got his
Kawhi
extension.
signed the Kawhi signed
He
halfway through
signed
the
a
season.
5-year extension already.
Yeah,
He's
bro, he's
locked
stuck.
in.
Yeah,
So
bro,
hold
Yeah,
on, did they mean Paul George then?
Yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah,
did.
Paul
he did
George,
say
you
that.
mean?
and Harden.
And
That
Like
Harden.
no,
shit
no,
ain't
no
right.
one. If you meant, I thought you meant who's gonna trade for Kawhi. Nobody would trade for Kawhi with that contract that he got, man. By the
Hell
time he
no, he
finishes
gonna
his
get the
contract,
crown.
he's not even gonna be playing big minutes in the NBA. I don't think, bro. At that point,
I think somebody will risk it for him if it's a Houston or some shit. Somebody will risk that shit for Kawhi. I just because we got to think about it. He has been playing good this year. He's been playing great this year.
no,
It's
yeah,
just
he got a
now
3-year extension, like 150 million.
they
That's a
This
just
big
year.
risk right
they
there.
they're
That's a
Oh,
just
big
picking
risk.
the wrong time to go in a strut. Like they're picking the wrong time to go into a fucking dumpster fire of a team right now. And there's no way with what 13, 14 games left
and
that you're
look,
gonna
look, look.
find your
People,
identity.
people in the chat, yeah, they think that. First off, all the people asking me about the Lakers, like. We already won our championship. I'm easy, man. I just seen the championship. I seen like 5 championships in my lifetime, bro. I'm saying pretty, bro. I seen a lot of success, man. I celebrated a
who
lot out
won a
here.
championship? You said?
But
The Lakers, the
we just
Lakers.
won
The
one year in the
Lakers.
bubble. You know that the hardest championship of all time. You know what that was. So
That's a
let me
fact.
say this though.
Stop it now, Africa.
When
Stop
it
it.
comes to the
Honestly, the
Clippers,
Hornets.
it's been
Shit.
Nigga said the
it's
hardest
been
one of all time.
the hardest one of all time. You heard what it
Of
was.
all time, yeah. We won a
Yeah,
championship too.
Yo,
Like I
Africa
said.
yeah.
is crazy,
So
bro.
oh yeah. You know, in foreign waters, you know, the rhythm was off and
We
everybody
went through a
we
whole
lost some people
gauntlet
that
though.
saw
We
that. But
went through
we
a
ain't even
whole
go there.
season.
I saw that though. We won that first season
We went through
championship.
a whole season, bro.
Super team that people called in 2020 as a Laker fan. We put that together and mission complete success, right?
So
So
Africa, you
at the
think
end of
that
the
was
day,
better
Why
than
y'all
the
didn't run it
Boston
at
back
the
one?
end of
though
the
with
day,
the same team though?
at the why didn't we what?
Why you didn't run it back with the same team and defend your
Oh
title?
yeah. That's a good question for
That
the
was a
general
big
manager.
mistake.
Yeah, word.
That was a
I agree.
that was a
Yeah, that's
huge
not me.
mistake.
Shout out to Rob Palinka. You need to ask Rob Palinka them questions. But let me say this, right? So when it comes to the Clippers, there's been nothing but expectation and anticipation, right? After Kawhi's run with Toronto, people calling him possibly the best player in the NBA. A lot of expectation coming to the Clippers, the king of LA. I'm running this city, right? And so there's a lot of expectations. And so with that, they have fallen short. Kawhi's got injured in critical runs, especially when they went to the conference finals. He got injured before the conference finals. PG takes you further than you've ever been. And that's the Western Conference Finals, right? We just stumbled into, for the people talking about the Lake, we just stumbled into the conference finals after being the 10th, 11th seed for the whole season last year, right? So we stumbled into success. Our below average season is a greatest of all time type season for the Clippers. So as a franchise, y'all should be expecting more. As a franchise, I'm surprised that y'all ain't sick and tired of this, man.
Yo,
As a
son.
franchise, I'm
Here
surprised.
you go.
And
Here go this. Here
including,
go young Africa. This
including
is,
these
bro.
brothers.
You
Let
had a
him
good
cook.
segment earlier, bro. You tripping now?
No, I'm just saying for the fans, as a franchise, I'm surprised y'all ain't mad because y'all got every reason to be mad at these star players for promising so much and under delivering every
And
year. And
providing
now
so
they're
little.
healthy. Finally, so the biggest issue is health. They've healthy this season, and now we got internal issues, bro. I don't know how fans can handle this, bro. I don't know what it is, bro. This is crazy. Man.
so bad.
Come on, man. Health was the biggest issue. Now we
I
got
don't know.
internal
I
issues. Now
don't
we
know
got
why.
leadership
I don't
issues.
know why.
Oh no.
Hey,
Oh
G
no.
Money. I'm ask the real elites because people think Young
Bro.
Africa gonna be biased. So
Hey, y'all
so
donate to Herm, bro. Like if y'all can't find out whatever it is,
A
bro,
fact.
donate. But make sure we support our
Yeah, my
brother,
son
bro.
doing his
man,
research.
I
I'm
That
on
nigga
that.
appreciate
keeping the
that. I
lights on over
appreciate
here.
that. But G Money.
Mhm.
If a player, one of your star players, somebody has no identity, do you believe that it's conflict in the locker room with one of your best players saying something like that?
Yeah. Because that means if you're voicing that into the public and y'all haven't figured that out behind closed doors, that's something that should never come out publicly. We don't have an identity. And if
Facts.
it does, it should come from your coach. Even your coach shouldn't say that, but that's just him trying to find ways to motivate and challenge his teammates. That's why you see a lot of teams call these player only meetings. Like, you know what I'm saying? No coaches, just players. We need to figure this shit out amongst us. It's not on the coaches, it's on us. We out there playing. Coach is giving us our direction, and he's trying to help lead us in the best possible way that he can. And with his assistance, we need to figure this shit out. We need to set our egos aside, and we need to go out there and play basketball. The other day when Draymond came after that Knicks game, which I knew he was gonna do, gonna hit the podcast like these
Yeah, we
motherfuckers
won that one.
normally do, and talk all that dumb shit. I don't know what's wrong with us, nigga. You're the emotional leader, and you don't know it. You got all the answers any other time. Now you come out public and say you don't know what's wrong, nigga. We're done. I just, like that's the type of bullshit that I be talking about. Nigga, figure it out, bro. You been playing basketball, nigga, all your life. Nigga, like you forgot how to play basketball, nigga. You forgot how to shoot the fucking ball. You forgot how to pass. You forgot how to dribble. That's dumb shit, bro. Go out there and give all out effort. Use your basketball IQ and your skill, nigga, and go win a game, bro. Be competitive. These niggas don't compete, bro. And that's the shit that's
That's a
killing the
fact.
damn game, bro. Like, you have an obligation to your fans, your family, everybody watching, everybody who's betting. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking the shit up. Rudy Gobert exposed that. But I'm just saying, you have an obligation to go out every night and leave it all out on the court every night. And whatever happens from that, you have to be willing to accept it, whether it's a win or a loss. But you cannot accept not giving your all, bro. And that's the shit that I challenge most of these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I know for a fact Steph Curry gonna come out and give his all and compete, whether he missing and airballing shots or not making them at a high clip, which we used to. We know that he's gonna play the right way every game, bro. Unless it's the 20 motherfucking 16 game 7 where he start tripping. But other than that, we know what we gonna get. Like that's what I need. Russell Westbrook, we know what we gonna get. High octane energy. Nigga going 450 miles an hour. Nigga, he don't know if it's gonna be a turnover or what, but he gonna give it
These
his
niggas don't
all
want to play
every
hard.
night.
It is what
I'm
it
just
is.
saying that's the shit that I need every night. Every night.
Man, I gotta tell the realest, dude. I'm not finna sell my soul for no damn $20 to kick Young Africa off for telling the damn truth about your damn team and your favorite player.
Whoa. Hey, what did he say here? What the realist say?
He tell me he gonna cash out me $20 to kick you off the panel. I say hell no, cause you telling
Nah,
me
that's
you
Yeah,
crazy.
mad
yeah,
cause
yeah.
you
Do
telling
that,
me
That's
man. Hey,
weird,
he
bro.
make it fitty. I'll slide out myself, bro. Make it fitty. I'll slide out myself. No problem.
Hey,
I'll
fuck it,
slide
give
out
me
myself for
some.
the
Should I
50.
kick him out?
Yeah. I'll slide out myself for the 50, man, for
Nah,
the brother.
give
Go
me
ahead, do
three
that.
G's.
But what that mean? The realist mad at the group,
Shit.
man. That's how salty it got you. Because I talked to you as a
No, you
fan.
made
You
good
should be
points,
mad,
bro.
not
It's
me.
just,
Why
the
you mad
fans,
at me? You
these
should be mad
fans
at
these
Kawhi, bro.
days,
What are
the
you
teams
mad
is
about?
scared to hold their teams accountable. That's the problem, nigga. I've been holding the Warriors accountable. They championship season. Before that, nigga, You gotta hold them accountable, bro. Shit,
But at the
fuck.
very least, right?
You gotta hold your
The
whole team
Warriors have
accountable,
reached
feel me?
their potential. They exceeded expectations when you talk about a dynasty. They had completed their missions multiple times, whereas the Clippers, nothing but underperforming and under expectations constantly. So that's a whole different situation, man. They gave you a dynasty when no one predicted it when they said jump shooting is the death of you, man. You can't win with jump shooting, and so that ain't even the same. Clippers fans should be outraged, man. How they still defending brothers out here, Herm? How they still thinking that it can still work out, man? What we doing?
Nah,
How
They're
this is the last
delusional,
hurrah.
bro. They're
you know
delusional,
how
bro.
much chemistry a team needs to win the championship, bro. Do you know when it gets to that grimy situation when you down 2-1 or 3-1 or 3-2 and it's a closeout game, how united you got to be to pull it through, man, and fight against the grain and get that dub away on a different floor, man. Like that's a tough thing to do. You need to be united in that struggle of going up against great teams in the playoffs. And if y'all out here talking about we ain't got no identity, dudes ain't playing hard, Kawhi saying PG don't know their identity, and then as Herm says, there's locker room issues where the coach is hitting back and he's not happy with how the team's reacting to his leadership and game plans. Yo, there's no way they can win the championship, bro. That don't even make sense, man. No way, bro. Do you know how hard it is to win a championship? No way, bro. Don't. I don't even know what y'all talking about in the chat, man. Talking about there's still hope, man. Give it up,
Next
man.
year, bro. Next year is the year. Promise you.
I don't think people realize, bro, like how hard it is to win a championship. Really, I don't think y'all realize.
Yeah, take a lot. Take a lot.
Take a lot.
Patience.
Amazing amount of leadership. That's why Draymond Green, for some reason, is very underrated in in NBA when we talk about his role on certain teams, like on the championship teams. You need that kind of leader. You need that kind of guy that picks up the energy when things aren't going good. Like who's on the Clippers? They used to have a dog in Patrick Beverly, but who's on the Clippers that changes the momentum, changes the energy up when they come into the game? I don't know. I don't see nobody. I don't know. Could be
They gonna
Terrence
tell
Mann,
you it's
Norman
Westbrook.
Powell, that change up.
Hey, but
Is it Paul George?
how you feel when Ty Lue said before the season even started that Russell Westbrook is his leader? What that tell you
Exactly.
about the team?
Man that just got there. Yeah, it means that there's a big hole when it comes to leadership, and there's only so much you can do as a bench player getting low minutes. Or right now he's hurt and he can't even play, and so there's a limited role you play off the bench being a leader. You still need that on court leader, right? That does that, and Kawhi can only do so much, and he's not a vocal leader. We understand that, but he can only do so much, and that's why I say Paul George is not the sidekick, man. If you wanted to pick a sidekick, you needed to pick a guy that could lead a team, be vocal, just like you said, Herm. A guy like a Jimmy Butler would be perfect next to a Kawhi Leonard, right? Perfect. But they don't have that.
No, because they had Jimmy Butler this year. I think they'll win the championship. They had Jimmy Butler.
I think so too, man. I think so too.
But guys go dish Jimmy Butler. You gonna have Clipper Nation dish Jimmy Butler now. And y'all need to do anything y'all can to somehow get him to leave Miami. And shout out to my brother G Money, man. Shout out to my brother G Money for the cash out for the donation, man. Salute to you, G Money. Real nigga shit, man. Shout out to G Money, man. And y'all also subscribe to the Real Eleasy, man. He just now started back cooking. Start back doing this stream. So y'all, man, hey, y'all subscribe to the Real Eleasy, man. He be cooking. He cooks his warriors. He hold his team accountable, unlike Stripper Nation.
No.
Y'all motherfuckers don't hold nobody accountable. G Money would cook Steph Curry. He most definitely cooked Klay Thompson most of this season. And he cooked Draymond Green just now. Can y'all Stripper Nation do the same damn thing? I doubt it.
Clipper Nation.
Real fans cook their own team if necessary.
Yep.
Where is Clipper Nation, man? They didn't pull up today. The realists didn't want to pull up today. Damn.
And my holy king, Jimmy Butler doing some. He do some slick, nasty shit. But when it comes to the basketball court, I trust him. I trust him more than I trust a Paul George on the basketball court. I know that. If I want to go to war with somebody, I want to go to war. I want to go to war with goddamn Jimmy Butler. And you guys criticize the Ty Lue. You can't when your best players ignore everything that the coach brings. This nigga disrespected a rare respected assistant coach of Brian Shaw and telling Brian Shaw, man, I'm not running because I airball. And everybody else on the team, they ran because they airball. But you, because you so-called Kawhi Leonard, you could tell Byron Shaw that you're not running. Come on, man. Y'all get the fuck out of here making excuses for that man like that, man.
I mean, the way that he get hurt, I wouldn't want him to run neither, though, Herm. Fuck around, pull his
I
ACL trying
see
to
why
run.
he don't like Greg Popovich, because Greg held him in check.
Man, if I'm the damn Clippers, man, I call the Spurs up and see if they take Kawhi Leonard back. Man, give us y'all top 5 lottery pick that y'all gonna get again this year. We'll give Kawhi Leonard right now. Y'all compare him over Victor. Take his ass back.
Some niggas want the receipts.
Oh, the realest, I know it was a joke, bro. I just was talking shit back at you, man. I ain't taking that shit serious with you. You fuck with me. I know you fuck with me. I just know you can't jump on the panel because you got two dudes go get in that feelings and they gonna curse your ass out if you do. So I understand that. I
Who
don't want
coming
you to
in
be.
here?
Nah, I'm talking about the realest. Talking about my brother, the realest, the OG. So
Oh,
I don't want you to be. I already done fucked up Stripper Nation enough. I don't want to be responsible for the realest going ham on the so-called supposedly #1 stripper podcast. I don't want you to be into it with them niggas, man.
Damn, no, that podcast is be having
Hey,
mad
hey,
ops.
hey, 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 old man, I can't troll what's real. All you gotta do is look this shit up. There's articles on this shit, bro. The Athletic wrote on this. The damn Fadeaway World wrote on this shit. The Clippers
yeah.
media member put this shit out. Paul George on his podcast put certain things out. So you guys can ignore the shit. And old man, y'all want to place the blame on Ty Lue. When you got the front office don't fuck with Ty Lue, the only person that did was the owner, and then you got the players been throwing subliminals at Ty Lue all season long. Even last season they were throwing subliminals, and Ty Lue was throwing subliminals back. So obviously there's no respect between Tyronn Lue and his best players. That's why Tyronn Lue was tight with the Marcus Morris, the Reggie Jacksons of the world, because they show heart. Were they liabilities in the sense when it comes to defense? Yes. But those guys always gave it their all. Those guys gave effort
Reggie always
all the
gonna bring it.
time.
He's always
And,
gonna bring it.
yeah, at the end of the day, that's just what it was. When it comes to Kawhi and them, they sat out. This media member said they sat out games even when they wasn't hurt. They chose not to play. Second half of the
Nah,
Grizzlies,
that's pussy
Kawhi
shit.
Kawhi said, I'm not going back in against the Pelicans. Kawhi Leonard said, I'm not playing, and Paul George. This media member, anonymous media member, excuse me, basically saying that they choose when to practice. They choose the practice schedule. So you got all that going on. How can we ignore that? But you guys want to take up for niggas. I don't give a if this was the story on Michael Jordan, I would cook Michael Jordan. I don't give a fuck who it is.
Fact, you gotta keep the same energy.
Y'all niggas don't want to do that because y'all in denial. And guess what, Minister Society? Reggie Jackson, bitch shining with the Denver Nuggets. Because guess what? He's in a better environment. The Clippers not a good environment. He's thriving
They still got that curse.
yep, and he's thriving in a less toxic environment. So let's just be real. Kawhi Leonard It's the reason why the locker room of the Clippers are toxic. Kawhi Leonard is the reason why that the Clippers will not win the championship this year. It's not no damn Tyronn Lue.
Yeah, I don't know what Mookie doesn't understand. Like, it's not even Tyloo. It's Kawhi, bro.
Tyloo a scapegoat. Tyloo a scapegoat, man. He a championship coach. You
That's
know
a
what it
fact.
is. So he's got it done in the hardest of situations. 3-1 down. He was able to check LeBron James in the finals. If you can check LeBron James, that means you're a coach that has confidence in their leadership abilities, man. And so you can check LeBron James, you can check anybody, man, in that way. And so, asking for more when the dude averaging like a 30-point triple double, that's well documented, man. So Tyloo, I don't know how he can be the issue, and even if he isn't, and the players are using him as a scapegoat, that just speaks a lot about the team, man. Because you should know your championship window is not large, man. I feel like because this season is the last season, and so that's crazy that there's
I
internal
feel like
issues.
if they don't win nothing, he's getting fired.
He might get fired, man. That's true. He might.
And sad thing is, it's not even his fault either.
Exactly. That's the modern NBA, man, where the coaches take the fall, man. It is what it is.
Yep. We saw it last year in the playoffs. Joel Embiid and James Harden both choked, but yet Doc Rivers had to, take the fall.
Exactly.
I'm not saying Doc wasn't completely. He's not completely innocent. He should have made some adjustments, but it wasn't the whole. He was not the main issue, bro.
Yeah, that's fair. Especially when you got closeout game on your home court, like you got to get it done, man. You got to get it done. So, yeah, man. I've been saying. Do you think Paul George can be the second best player on a championship team? You think you're that type of guy?
Maybe. Honestly, I'm not too sure.
Okay.
But
what is he showing
Clippers
you?
What'd you say?
You think he's shown you the ability to be that guy that can be consistent in the playoffs?
Honestly, I feel like Paul George is more suited for the regular season. Like, yeah, he's averaging great numbers, but once the playoffs start, they say pressure bust pipes. So I don't think playoffs is really his field because he has a history of flaking out. I mean, of course, he was able to lead Indiana on his own, but that was back when he was in his prime. He's not really in his prime no more, so he probably should take just a little bit of a back seat. I'm just saying.
Yeah, man, that's tough because Kawhi is not really the same guy as he was, and Paul George ain't the same guy that he was. So, James Harden is not the same athletically that he was, so he can't be that consistent scorer. That's tough. They got the talent, man. That's the crazy part. I would have thought they would have gone all in on buying into the system, buying into the coaching this year, and really try to go get a chip, man. This is their best chance,
That's a
But
fact.
the whole organization, the whole
Putting work
Clippers
though.
organization, they had a chance to get rings. They failed. They had CP3, Blake fumbled that. They had
Wow.
a whole now they got this trio, and they're gonna fumble that too. Just saying.
But I'm gonna ask y'all this right quick. Old man asked me this question, but I'm gonna ask y'all because I already know my thoughts on it. But old man asked me, does Ty Lue's scheme fit with the talent that the Clippers have? I say yes, but I want to see how you guys feel about it.
Yeah. Well, his idea of playing small ball that fits with the lineup. Having Kawhi at the 4 also preserves him from having to be on the perimeter a lot. Being more small ball, which means you want to speed the game up, play with the high pace, run out in transition. I feel like that represents a team, man. That's a perimeter shooting team. That's a great shooting team. And that has shot creators all over the court, man. You want to be able to get the ball in the half court. And he doesn't really run a structured offense. And that's because I guess he wants it to be free flowing on offense. Now, he's had if you look at Ty Lue's career, he's had like players like LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, right, that he coached. So you don't really have to run a system. You just need to structure it around your best players. You need to have the right lineups in to help LeBron James. He would have had a lot of say in that. And essentially just shooters around your two best players in Kyrie and LeBron, right? Kevin Love can space the floor. And so you have the adequate shooting in the clutch down the stretch. Then and you just put the ball in the hands of your best players and they get it done. That's what Ty Lue has shown in his career. That's what he's had when it comes to talent. And with this team, he's doing the same thing. Put the ball in your best players' hands and let them cook, man, but be good on defense and be tight on defense. And he doesn't really play Zubac a lot of minutes. He doesn't really like non-offensive players. He doesn't really like non-floor spaces as well, which is why he rode Marcus Morris for so long, even though he was a liability. So I think it does blend well. Now the switch defense as well. It's meant to work well with that team because you got a lot of 6'5" and above guys, and so it works well. It's more about the team buying in, a team having that effort and energy and belief in continuity, and maybe down the stretch a little bit more focused, organized offense down the stretch of fourth quarters. If you wanted to critique anything on Ty Lue, but outside of that, he has a team. And they have the skill set to reflect what he wants to do, man. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Hey, Africa, check your
I,
Discord
I,
real
I
quick, bro.
totally agree.
Oh, okay.
We seen this system work when
Mm-hmm.
Kawhi Leonard and Paul George were both hurt most of the season when they was the 7th seed with a team led by Reggie Jackson and the Moores twins. So we seen the system work. It's just that the guys got to buy in. And obviously, you see the players not buy in. PG got one of the worst shot selections in the NBA. He makes the game harder on himself. They tend to do a lot of ISO centric. When they move the ball around, that's when they at their best. And they shown that. So, but end of the day, they go away from it because they tend to do what they want to do, and guys are ignoring that, so they want to blame Ty Lue for the offense to be stagnant. But think about the players we're talking about. Kawhi Leonard, he loves to play with the ball a little bit when he gets to work. Paul George, a guy that likes to play with the ball before he gets to work. James Harden, a guy that likes to play with the ball before he gets to work. So when you look at that aspect of it, the system that Ty Lue probably would implement won't be implemented as much because you got guys that have to play with the ball to get into a rhythm offensively. So they like to dribble a lot. So therefore, you guys can't get mad at Ty Lue and say his scheme not working, but you got guys that love the ISO. So we can't put that on Tyronn Lue. That's why Tyronn Lue was so frustrated because he knows what it takes. That's the first thing Tyronn Lue said after that Hawks loss. He said, I know what it takes. I done it playing and I done it coaching. So I know what it takes. Our guys just got to do what we supposed to do. And
Yeah.
they not doing what they supposed to do. So that
And is
points
that
to the
asking too
players.
much? Is that
But
asking too much of him though?
obviously, I see Stripper Nation tend to side with the players. And that's the problem with you guys. And that's why you guys going to get let down again. And that's why the Clippers go ultimately
Yeah.
lose in the second
Second
round.
round at best.
Yep.
Besides the Nuggets, who you think will beat them though?
I think the Dallas Mavericks, if they play them
Yeah.
again,
Mavericks.
they not lose
OKC.
to them. OKC would beat them. Minnesota would beat them. The Pelicans would beat them. Those are teams for
Basically
sure.
all the teams in the West.
Yeah, you saying
Basically.
everybody, Herm. What the fuck? Except for the Suns. You think the Suns could beat them?
No, I don't think the Suns will. I don't think the Kings can.
Okay. See, they
I
might get
don't
a
think
favorable matchup though.
I don't think the Warriors can.
Me neither.
But when it comes to the T Wolves, they can. When it comes to the Pelicans, they can. When it comes to Dallas, because now Luka got a running man in Kyrie Irving. He's not
Nah, yeah,
scared of the
yeah.
moment.
Listen, I think
So
Gafford
now
is our
you
biggest
can't
weakness.
hone in on Luka like you used to. Those previous two series that
Facts.
you had against
That's a
Dallas.
fact. That's a big fact, Herm.
That's a
Um,
big fat right there.
OKC, it's a toss up because they're so young. They
Yeah,
might get
that's
in
what I
their
was gonna say.
own way.
I don't know if I believe in. Okay, they got to show me in the first round before they.
Andre, I didn't know you was back there, bro. So let me tell Mario to let you in, bro.
That nigga Hearn got that nigga waiting.
He waited patiently though, right?
Yeah, I didn't know though.
Yo, where Big N at?
Say
That
who?
nigga probably drinking.
Oh, you talking
N.
about Ant? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Ant, Ant probably hung over somewhere, man.
Oh.
Hey, put them ants in the chat for Ant, man. Fuck
Nigga,
him,
and then in a project staircase drinking and
And
shit.
it's my New York brethren, bro. We know.
man. Hold on, that's Pootie.
Yeah.
What's going on, big dog?
Going
Word,
on.
bro.
But I ain't gonna lie, Mario can hang his head high. He a Nuggets fan, so Mario he can celebrate because them niggas gonna end up repeating again.
Yeah, but why people keep disrespecting them though? Like, I ain't gonna say they getting disrespected because people are giving them their credit, but like, it's more teams getting more credit than them, and it's like the Nuggets have actually won. They're the champs. Should we put more praise on them than they've been getting?
That's what I'm saying.
And I ain't
They
gonna
the
lie, you
recent
know who's
champs.
stepping up? That nigga Porter Jr. looking like that nigga too. I ain't even gonna hold you
Man, that
lately.
nigga can't fucking miss.
Yeah, bro, he really balling, bro. I'm not even gonna
Mhm.
lie to you. So if anything, they're looking even better now if he start playing like that in the playoffs.
Facts though.
Man, that shit crazy though. Like that they got all that talents.
Word.
I don't know. This is what happened when you put big names on a team, man. Like the shit don't always pan out. So
I feel
it
like the
goes
main
to
reason
show.
why the Clippers are gonna lose this year, James Harden.
Nah, see, that's
The greatest choker of all times.
come
And it's
on,
not
see.
even close, bro.
I agree with you about choking,
He
but
would be
all
one of the
time
reasons
is
though. He
wild
would
though,
be
bro.
one of them.
Because are y'all acting like James Harden just didn't beat the Boston Celtics 2 games by himself last year, bro?
He did. But the
So you don't
rest of
need
his
him to do
games,
that type of numbers to beat people in the West. But I mean, if he do 75% of that, they be all right. You feel me? It's not like he all the way fucked up. But if I feel like James Harden's the reason he the main offensive driver. When he get everybody in these spots, he got to do what he need to do. He don't need to score as much, so it might be a better role for him where he don't have a fucking outrageously crazy ass game that he usually has. You know what I mean? It's less pressure, but
yeah, but I still feel like he's gonna go all of 11, or 3 of 11, 4 of
yeah.
16, something like
Oh
that.
nah, he might just not even fucking shoot. The nigga didn't even shoot either. I mean,
Oh, so he gonna be passive aggressive, bet.
yeah, he gonna be
Okay.
mad extra passing. You know, dribble, 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 pass, dribble, 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 pump, fake pass. Like
But he got
nah,
players around him now that's not going let that shit.
yeah, you
I
got,
think
and you still got
like if he
Norman
stops
Powell.
shooting, Kawhi Leonard gonna shoot. Norman Powell gonna
Yeah,
shoot the fucking ball. Like,
uh-huh.
um,
Cause ain't
I
nobody on
think
that Sixers team was shooting, but Embiid and Maxey. Ain't nobody really want to shoot that
facts.
shit.
Hey man, I feel like this playoffs is about to be lit though. About to be lit though. I feel like this playoffs, right?
Yeah,
It's going to have a few major narratives and good ones. I
Everyone
mean,
leaves
not
blowing.
not not developed ones like a narrative like or narrative like is the new era about to take over the old era, right? Are we going to see teams like Phoenix, the Lakers, the Warriors essentially be defeated by these high tempo, up pace young teams in the NBA, right? That's one thing that this playoffs is going to
Hmm?
show, right? Is the new era ready to take over, or is it still the old ass Hall of Fame era
yeah,
where guys like where guys, and I don't think Jokic is the new era. I don't call Giannis the new era. I'm talking about these young teams like OKC, Minnesota. Are they going to step up and take out these teams, or are they not ready yet? Then we're gonna see other things like the eras of teams. Are the Clippers going to break up after this season? Is the era of Anthony Davis and LeBron James done? Are the Warriors going to shake shit up like this playoffs? Phoenix Suns, are they going to continue with the three-headed monster? Or are they going to change it up? Like a lot of things are going to be shown in these playoffs, man. That's why it's about to be lit, man. That's why these ideas and these narratives of team dysfunction and internal time is of the essence, man. I don't know Kawhi walking around knees hurting. Like he knows he ain't got a lot of time, man. Paul George in a contract year ain't no time for talking crazy about we ain't got no identity, man. Like time is of the essence, man.
Yeah, he should have kept that to himself.
he thought he
Exactly.
was on a podcast. This is
You thought
fucking
he was on the
dumb.
He should have.
podcast.
He
Nigga
should have.
fucked up.
Hey, but let me ask y'all because I seen a comment earlier. Right, there was a comment somebody made. I guess kind of speaking against like the play-in. Do y'all think the play-in has been successful? Are y'all excited about it?
I'm
I
Um,
think this has been successful.
yeah.
Me
You
too,
gonna like it? What if it's Steph Curry versus LeBron James? Who gonna make the playoff?
man. Listen, I yeah, I'd rather really
There
see the
probably
Mavs and the
some
Suns
first
than
round shits. Yeah, or you see there, fucking Kyrie Irving versus Kevin Durant for a playing spot, like shit like that. That brings drama. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but what if you see LeBron James and Steph Curry not make the lose in the play-in and
hey,
not make the playoff?
listen. That's good for basketball. Like I get it. Listen, I know y'all want to see LeBron and Curry, bro. I'm burnt out. Let us see Ant-Man shine. Let us see other players like shine and shit, and
SGA,
start
De'Aaron Fox.
start to build a legacy. Like I think LeBron and Curry, they had a hell of a run. You know what I'm saying? They had one of the greatest runs and rivalries that kind of got ruined, but didn't get ruined. Like I want to see what Ant-Man does because he's been getting a lot of comparisons to who, the GOAT, aka Michael Jordan. He's been getting a lot of comparisons. So now we want to see what if he's going to pan out. I think that's another headline. Africa is
Mm-hmm.
how will Ant-Man show up this postseason? Like
Facts.
is he gonna live up to the hype? Because listen, to get compared to Jordan, and Jordan fanboys ain't out here saying fuck Ant-Man, he'll never be Jordan. They love that nigga.
Facts.
I want to see
Facts.
what he does when the playoffs start. Now I want to see like when them lights cut on. Ant-Man, are you gonna take your team there? Are you gonna take them to the finals? Are you gonna go get your ring? But
True that.
Concussions in the playoffs.
yeah, man. Playoffs
I
is
agree, man. I agree. We're gonna see that, especially because the actual the playoffs is where if you are that guy, it doesn't really matter if your team advances deep or not. You show out and you ball out and you do amazing things. So that's to be expected from Ant. He needs to raise his level, man, and especially without Karl Anthony Towns, kind of gonna be hard. He gotta really average over 30 on efficient numbers and play great defense. That's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough.
so everybody fucking with the play-in. We've adopted it. The play-in
Yeah,
is
we have.
great because just imagine, right? Look at the four West teams right now that are in the play-in. What if it was still the olds? Well, see, hold on, because two of them would still make it though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, never
The
mind.
7th and
Yeah, out of
8th
those
still
Yeah,
four
going.
teams, yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
two
yeah.
gonna
Two
make
would
it.
still be a lock. Never mind.
Yeah, they would be locked in exactly.
Yeah,
So
I was about to say like if shit, if the but yeah, like two would still be in, and then the ninth and the 10th seed, which are what the Lakers and the Warriors.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, they
cool.
going. They're not even in the playoffs. That's
yeah,
crazy.
man. That's why there's like what there's 60. There's like 12 games left in the season for a lot of teams. Yeah, right? Like for the Clippers, especially like specifically, they played
Sure.
67 games. So there's about like 15 games left. So teams could switch up, man. If the Clippers go on a losing streak, they could be in the play-in. Like it's real close, man. Outside of the top three, like pretty much locked. OKC, Denver, Minnesota. Everybody else
Hmm.
could slide down. And these teams in the play-in could slide
Hold
up,
on, let
man. If
me
they
let
go
me
on
look
a
at the
streak.
standings real quick. So you got right now out of the West, fucking
Yeah, like the top three, I would
The
say is
Clippers can
locked in the
actually
West.
slide. Yeah, the Clippers
Yeah,
actually are the only
exactly.
team right now that are actually in danger of sliding out of the top
Mm,
five.
Yeah,
The
everybody
exactly.
Clippers
basically
can
locked in.
slide to the Pelicans. Yeah, and
Yeah, the Pelicans
then
actually playing good though. They're like playing good. They on a streak, so they playing nice.
yeah,
Pelicans are a
Hey,
bad matchup for them boys.
that's who they would play right now. The Clippers would play the
hmm
Pelicans in the first round right now. That's
looking at Houston, man. Houston might goddamn make a run. They last 10. Listen, they last 10. They've won 8 of 2. I mean,
yeah,
they've
yeah, yeah.
won
They
eight of
on a
10.
streak. Aren't they on like a
They trying to
five
sneak
game
their asses in there.
five game
Six.
winning streak?
6 games. Yeah, like
Six
that's what
game
I'm
winning
saying.
streak. Yeah, man.
Hey,
And
They're
the
making a run.
Rockets.
Jalen Green trying to kill narratives that when you fuck with them,
Them
fuck with them,
Cougars, you'll
yeah,
lose.
The Cougars.
he killing that narrative, man. He been
Hey,
balling.
listen, bro, like them Rockets, and remember Herm, I was just saying this on one of the other shows that it's about who gets hot at the right time, and the Rockets are getting hot at the right time. So niggas better watch out for Houston, yeah.
But I'm also gonna say this though: if Boston loses, that might get Boston to look at maybe we need to take Jalen Green and let the Rockets get Jalen Brown.
I don't know, man. Chat, y'all think Herm reaching? Because I don't see why they would blow up that. I don't know, bro. I
I
don't
don't
think
know
Boston
either,
blow it up.
man.
If they
I don't.
lose again, why not blow it up?
Yeah, that shit about
Yeah.
to be going a
This should be
decade
the
of losing.
final year. This should be the final year for the Clippers, the strippers.
Final year for the Celtics too.
I
Yeah,
don't
word.
know, bro. Cause
Nah, nah,
Celtics
nah,
been
nah,
losing to
not
the
the
Sixers.
Celtics, bro. Not the Celtics.
we don't
They
win
doing good.
60 plus games and then we blow it up. Like, nah, bro. Something you just
Yeah,
gotta
that's
figure.
not.
You gotta figure this shit out. Like,
Nah, Herm just got an agenda against the Celtics, man. Let it go, Herm. Let it go.
Well,
They ain't
I'm gonna
blowing
tell,
it.
I'm gonna tell y'all why. Sometimes we hold on to things too long because we worried about age and we worried about other things. Sometimes that shit just don't work, man. Sometimes you just
Mm.
gotta let shit. Look what the OKC Thunder did at the
Hold
making
up,
the
Herm.
finals.
You talking about? I thought you were talking about yourself. You talking about the Celtics? Man. I thought you were talking about your hate for the Celtics. You holding on for that too long. That's what I thought you were talking about. Go ahead.
Nah, but I'm gonna put it to y'all like this. Think about what OKC did at the making the finals. They broke up their team.
Mhm.
They let
They
James
they
Harden
they
go.
they paid Ibaka instead of paying James Harden. That's what
Yeah,
messed
I
up.
think I don't think they chose to break that shit
Right,
up.
but
Yeah, they didn't
and
choose that.
nobody
Yeah,
saw
that's,
Harden turning into what Harden
that's
turned into.
Yeah,
Like
but at the same time,
that's like
what
the
makes
Shea
you think?
Gill
What makes
Alexander
you think
shit.
that? What makes you think that Boston probably feel, man? We don't have a chance, man. These two can't play good together.
So hold on. So Herm, with OKC having them picks that they have, right, that can turn into what they turn into, do you think that OKC might need to goddamn if let's say the Celtics and the Thunder turn into the blunder in the playoffs, right? Do you think
I'm
OKC
a,
needs to possibly call Boston? Hey, what y'all want for
nope,
Jalen?
nope. I'm gonna tell you who OKC would go after.
They gonna call Utah?
Yep, they already tried.
Everybody always calling Utah.
Nah, but they already tried to get Lord Marketing, but Danny Ainge wanted 4 first-round picks. OKC was trying to get that around the deadline. A lot of people didn't know that. OKC was trying to land Lord Marketing. They was willing to give 3, but Danny Ainge wanted 4 first-round picks.
damn. Danny ain't trying to
Danny
rob
Ainge is a
niggas.
greasy nigga, bro.
That nigga,
Imagine,
he got to
imagine
be
they would have,
stopped.
imagine they would have pulled that off to get Lord Marketing
Oh,
with
that's a
that team
perfect
right
fit
now.
next to
Hell
Chet
yeah,
and
everybody go
Lowry.
crazy.
That's a beautiful
But they
fit
ain't
right
That
there.
scoring
nigga,
either.
Danny Green got to be man. Not Danny Green. Danny
Yeah,
Ainge got to
another
be stopped,
scorer.
bro.
You get a number 2 scorer, and you let Chet develop. Now you got Larry Markkinen to carry the load next to Shea. That would be the perfect thing, man. Floor space and power forward, 7-footer. Oh,
Then you
that's
got
next.
a lot of length in that starting lineup now.
Hell yeah, what? You got mad length in
Who
that
goes to the
Cause
bitch.
bench in
Jalen,
this time? Josh Giddey has to go to the bench
yeah,
then, huh?
Josh Giddey going to the bench.
Yeah,
Hold on, I'm trying to
yeah,
find
that's
it.
tough. That would balance the team. You got Giddey as a 6 man. That makes the team a championship contender right there.
Wow.
Man.
They got Brandon Hayward thinking he gonna do some shit over there.
Man, listen, I think I'm ready to see like a small market team win. I think that's good for the game, honestly, because I'm tired of like every time we start to see young stars and studs develop, is always the media coming out saying, "Oh, I think he's unhappy." Like the player be smiling his ass off on the court, and they talking about he's unhappy. He's unhappy. He needs to go to L.A. or New York. Like, bro, let these players develop. I do not want the league to go back to when we either knew it was going to be Cleveland or Golden State. Like,
I agree with that.
Yeah, that shit is
bro,
trash.
I do not want to see that shit, bro. The league needs to go back to 2 in every city, like, and everybody just battling this shit out.
I agree. I just don't think you think the young teams are ready to make a deep run this season. I don't think they're ready yet, man.
Somebody got a young team has to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and especially in the West, um, I think I'm. I
Like make a
listen.
conference finals? I don't think so.
I listen. I think Minnesota.
I
I
don't
think
think so.
Minnesota could, bro, because
I don't think so.
even last year with the Nuggets saying the
Yeah,
toughest team that played,
exactly.
the team that played them the toughest were the
Hmm.
Minnesota Timberwolves. So
That's a fact.
I like Ant-Man. He's probably one of my favorite He's my favorite player right now. Um, I'm ready to see what happens. I'm ready for the fucking playoffs for real. I ain't gonna lie. Like these little games can go on now.
Facts. Hey man, it's gonna be interesting, man. I honestly I like OKC more than Minnesota, to be honest, man. I like OKC,
Really.
but yeah, I like OKC more than Minnesota. I don't know. I don't think Minnesota's offense is good enough, man. Once upon a time, your defense could carry you, but not in the modern era, man. So I don't think, especially without Cat, that's gonna put a lot of pressure on Anthony Edwards to get it off, man. We
But I feel
packing the
like
paint.
they didn't ever have fucking Cat, bro. Like Cat's always fucked up in the game, bro. So I feel like they've been prepared for some shit like that.
They look nice with Cat, like this season when he was healthy. They
Oh
look
yeah,
very
100%.
nice.
No, that's a fact.
They look
Yeah, but
real
I
nice.
mean,
So
they used to that nigga going out though. So I feel like at least they gotta get past the
Well,
first round.
I like Nas
well, I'm a
Reed though.
Nas Reed is nice. He the best backup big in the NBA, bro.
Yeah, I
Nas
like
Reed.
yeah.
Nas Reed right now.
Hey, but I'm gonna tell you what the Phoenix Suns, Hitman, what your Suns gonna do if y'all don't win this year? I
If
I
he
think
gonna
you
leave
I think you
again,
got it. I think you gotta trade Kevin Durant if he don't win
No,
this year.
get Bradley Beal the fuck out of there.
Oh, damn.
Is it his
After one
contract
season,
still? Like he could choose where he want to go, or no?
after one season, that's tough. We breaking it up after one season? Dang.
That shit
We not
nigga,
even
You
it's
running
might
it
bad
back.
last
have no
season, bro.
choice, Africa,
I would
man,
run it back one more time, bro. We gotta
because
run it back.
you can't waste Devin Booker year, so you still gotta move swift.
But if we
And
trade,
KD,
well,
you
what are you
can't
gonna
rate
do then?
KD neither.
Who you
And he got like
trading? We can't trade KD, bro. That ain't gonna do nothing. You gotta run it back. You have to. You're not gonna get a better player for Bradley Beal. You're gonna get pieces back, and I don't think that's a good move to just get depth pieces. You need a star to take the. We saw what happens when you don't have that third guy with against the Nuggets last season. Like we're just gonna load up on your best players, and
But
these other
Africa,
dudes.
Africa, you don't think they need depth though more than
yeah, they
anything?
need like a
They
couple of
got
pieces,
depth.
bro.
I think
Oh,
all you need is a 7-man rotation in the playoffs, bro. You good,
no, you're right.
and they got that.
I think we are in a
They
league
got that.
anymore where it takes three stars on one team now. It's like you get two, you get some depth, and go make a fucking run. And Frank
But two
Vogel,
is
and Frank
Yeah,
like
Vogel.
man, I hope y'all break up the team after y'all lose. I don't give a fuck about the Suns. So
This nigga asshole, yo.
it ain't about me having a heart. I just want y'all to break up the team. Could have
This nigga's
benefit
a
my
fucking
Grizzlies.
asshole.
Hey,
Yeah,
trade KD to the Memphis Grizzlies. We'll get y'all some collateral.
Oh man, that nigga John Moran really gonna
And
start up
because
there.
we discovered some G League players that can actually play, we'll
yeah.
I
we'll
can't wait
get
for John
we'll
Morant to
get
come
y'all
back, boy.
Triple J. We'll get y'all Triple J and 4 first round unprotected first round picks for
Triple
Kevin
J.
Durant.
Y'all giving
Yep.
up Jared Jackson?
Yep.
That's too much right there. That's too
Yeah,
much.
to get them niggas Adams, boy.
You said, hold on,
Nah,
you said and 4 unprotected?
Yep.
nah. I rather trade Desmond Bain instead of Triple J, bro. I
Wait, hold
rather
on,
give up.
Desmond. Oh lord.
Nah, hell no. You're not saying no damn
Nah.
Desmond
Give up
Bain,
Bain because you gave y'all overpaid. Hey, Herm knows y'all overpaid
nigga. We
Bain, so you might as
overpaid
well get Bain
motherfucking
off of
James
Nah,
there.
Harden. That was just half a game ago, bro.
it's actually cheap. It's actually
You think
equivalent
it's
to a
cheap? Cheap
now it's
deal?
actually equivalent to $100 million contract because of the new CBA.
Yeah.
So we
Oh,
all right. That
oh,
contract
okay.
don't hurt us.
Yo,
Oh,
Africa,
okay.
we gave Cam Johnson to Brooklyn at $100 million. He come off the bench, bro.
Oh, him man. I've been watching them all year. I told everybody what
Looking
my
crazy.
Bulls gonna be.
Yeah, they
I
great.
said
They love giving money away, nigga.
Yeah.
I said my Bulls gonna be a play-in team. If we do get out to play in, we gonna get gentlemen swept in the first round. I told you what's up with us. I don't need to give
Hey,
you. I don't need to give
Niggas
you a
always talking
whole
about shout
goddamn
to Herm.
soliloquy about
hey,
the Bulls.
Herm, what you think about Lonzo Ball? You think it's done for him? Think he been out too long? Like, go ahead and call it, or
You got to give him a whole season to
Yeah.
two,
make that judgment.
maybe 2?
I say a whole season though.
Okay.
Uh, cause you give him a pass his first season back. Next season, it's a pass. You just hope that you see some bright spots. Now after that, you could determine whether that nigga done fell off or
Facts.
not.
And it's Ben
So
Simmons' career over. Ben
Hell
Simmons done
yes,
yeah.
in the league.
Hell
He
yes,
done.
fucking yeah, bro.
yes.
He done.
He's not dedicated to the game anymore,
He,
man.
so it's safe to say it's closed curtains on him. He out of the league after this.
He
Yeah.
out the league,
He
bro.
better learn Chinese, buddy.
There you go. Ni hao.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Crazy.
He better do
Man,
that.
that's the curse. That's the curse of the Kardashians, man. You did it with Kardashian or the Jenner. Man, your life may be over, your career may be done, man. Look at Chris Humphries. He got that big ass contract. Dealing with Kim Kardashian. You ain't hear shit else for Chris Humphries anymore.
Yeah, but they was disrespecting Chris Humphries. They was nigga Kim Kardashian in the front row while he's playing ball and shit with Kanye West. My nigga, come on, bro. That was crazy. That was wild, bro. How you playing full court basketball and you see your ex right in the front row with another nigga just chilling, kissing?
That's crazy.
That's crazy, bro.
Disrespectful as shit. I would have threw the
Oh,
fucking ball at their
he's
ass.
about to get a flagrant foul,
Hey,
bro.
that's a
He's about to catch a
wild
couple
shit
flagrant fouls.
there.
Yeah, that's a
Hey,
wild
Herm.
bitch. Like,
Hey,
come on,
Herm.
who's doing
This
that?
bitch really gonna do this shit. I'm gonna call a timeout. I'm
Yeah.
gonna grab the mic. I'm about to curse this bitch
Hell
out in
yeah, I'm
front of
getting kicked the
everybody.
fucking game, nigga. I'm getting
You
a technical,
dirty
all that.
bitch.
Yeah, bro.
I would have got Kanye escorted out of that
You
arena.
feel me? I would have said he called me a nigger.
That nigga didn't
I would
even
have
hold
said
no weight because Jay-Z was owning the Barkley that side. That nigga probably would have got escorted out before
Oh
Kanye.
yeah, if I was a white boy, That's the pass you get to call a black man a nigga right there.
No.
I would have said, go
Oh
ahead,
shit,
Kim. You
Herm.
call me a bastard. I need you removed.
I would be like, Kim, you brought this nigga in the front row to watch me play.
Bitch, you
Oh,
gonna do this to me?
you don't
You still
understand the
married,
man, right?
bitch. And
I
you
would have
brought
told
this
her,
nigga.
I'm the basketball player. You the one getting rebounds out here? This is insane.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Oh my God, I can't
Man,
read
I'm
Bro,
that.
you
telling
would have
you.
to square the fuck up, bro. You don't do
Man.
it to
No,
me.
no, but y'all, I gotta end this stream. I gotta go to a meeting at work, man. I
Oh, you
appreciate my
already.
brothers, man. Rebranding, man. The
For
whole
sure, for sure.
man, young Africa, man. I appreciate the whole crew, man.
Her keeping
Man,
the
hey,
fucking
y'all.
lights on over here, man. Keep doing your
Yeah,
shit, bro.
hey, you know I got to, but man, y'all hit that like button, man. Y'all not subscribe. Man, salute y'all. And y'all stop being delusional about them damn strippers, man.
Facts,
Salute
Herm.
y'all. I'm out.
Peace.
So that we act like we left with them, or we just sit here and mute up.